Dennis Collins is a famous figure in the American car industry thanks to his huge collection of cars and his many TV appearances. Dennis is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and champion for the preservation of automotive history. From his humble beginnings as a car flipper to the launch of a multi-million-dollar enterprise, Dennis's life story is every bit as fascinating as the items he fixes. Some intriguing details about his life and work, though, remain a mystery. Now is the time to join us as we reveal the hidden facts about Dennis Collins. When one thinks of the American dream, classic cars and Jeeps, one name should come to mind, and that name is Dennis Collins. Dennis, who was born on January 28, 1965, in Texas, displayed a keen interest in cars from an early age. At first, his appearances on the Discovery Channel's Fast and Loud were the main reason he gained fame. He was joined by Richard Rawlings during those performances. His talent and knack for finding unique cars made him a fan favorite. A long time before he became famous, Dennis began his career in the automotive sector. Dennis earned a baccalaureate degree in economics and finance from the University of Texas. Despite the lack of information regarding his formative years, his ambition led him to attend university. While he was a student, he started flipping cars to make ends meet. He became a formidable competitor in the car industry thanks to what started as a side hustle and soon became a full-fledged business. After finishing college, Dennis knew he could either get a job and settle into a 9-to-5, or he could take a risk and start his own business. His enthusiasm for cars and his entrepreneurial spirit led him to a clear conclusion. He would start his own business where he could merge his two loves. He wanted to build a company that could grow into something big. This inspired Dennis to start his own shop where he could modify Jeeps with different parts and perform maintenance on them. Dennis took another leap of faith by expanding his operations, and his little firm quickly reached new heights. It all started for Collins Bros in 1984. The Jeep brand is associated with a company that sells, restores, and maintains Jeep vehicles and parts. At first, he catered only to Jeep Wrangler and CJ models, offering high-quality replacement parts and expert repair work. Time passed, and he shifted his focus to antique cars after realizing there was a high demand for rare, early models with extremely low mileage. While Jeeps were Dennis's primary interest, he also took an interest in Austin Healey's. He is generally believed to be among the most knowledgeable collectors in the business, having worked on over 200 Healeys during his career. Dennis is currently the proud owner of the original Nash Healey, which was produced in 1950, but that wasn't all he did. In 2000, he bought out Black Mountain Jeep Conversion, a business that sells Jeep JK and JKU Wrangler accessories and parts that are of higher quality and cheaper than the competition. Dennis has a stellar reputation for his financial acumen, but he is equally known for his penchant for buying rare cars at exorbitant prices. He gained notoriety once for buying the famous Lawn Man Mustang, a 429 horsepower Super Boss muscle car, for less than $100,000. The following day, a car that was virtually identical to it sold for over $2 million. Dennis has an international record in the automotive industry, but few people know this when we speak about Mustangs. He made history at the prestigious Barrett-Jackson auction in Scottsdale, Arizona, at the start of 2017 when he sold 6 Ford Mustangs. The Up Special Edition Mustang he sold in 1997 was just one of many Mustangs he sold that set new records for their respective models. The record-breaking price for this specific model of convertible Ford Mustang GT from 1994 reportedly stood at $44,000 when the first vehicle was sold. The second car set a new record with an MSRP of $71,500. It was a 1989 Mustang LX hatchback 5.0. The third Mustang, a convertible special edition of the 1999 Mustang 35th anniversary, cost an incredible $44,000. He shelled out an eye-popping $82,500 for his exclusive 1994 Ford Mustang convertible 7-Up. Their respective retail prices were $55,000 for the fifth generation 1983 Ford GLX convertible and $63,800 for the sixth generation 1985 Ford SV hatchback, which were designated as the Mustangs. But Dennis thought there was more at stake than just cash in these auctions. Making money as a businessman is obviously important to him, but he doesn't make it his top priority. The only thing on display at the auction was his skill in finding rare Mustangs, maintaining them to perfection, and selling them at record-breaking prices. Dennis, though, had other plans. He shocked his fans in late 2017 when he announced he was selling his lavish mansion, which included a garage big enough to fit 20 cars. Several episodes of Fast and Loud have aired from the facility, which features specialized lighting meant to make cars look better. Along with a large workshop, a top-notch sound system, and air conditioning, the garage was outfitted to ensure that every single historic vehicle kept their remained in pristine condition. Beyond the garage, Dennis's mansion was extravagant. The main house had a private guest wing with a living room, kitchen, bedroom, and loft on the second floor. The guest wing was located on the upper floor. It was intended that the resort-style pool and private baseball field outside the property would reflect the opulence of a high-end country. When Dennis put the mansion on the market, he asked an astounding $1, $988 million? For those who are interested in knowing why Dennis sold the property, let it be said that he is simply engaging in his passion for business. The canal-levered mansion in Richardson, Texas, allegedly situated close to a golf course, was the one that Dennis and his wife had their hearts set on. It is not surprising that he has applied the same strategic approach to real estate, trading one dream property for another. Given that he has made a career out of finding, repairing, and selling rare automobiles, although Richard Rawlings is well known for introducing them to Dennis, few are aware of how the two initially crossed paths. The two people initially crossed paths in 1996 on a Harley-Davidson invitational ride from Dallas to Daytona. Their shared interest in vehicles brought them instantaneous closeness. They went on to compete in the Cannonball Run, widely regarded as the most prestigious underground road race because their relationship inspired them to do so. Competitors in the annual Cannonball Run race across the United States attempt to do it in the quickest possible time. In case you haven't heard of it before, the Cannonball Run is an extreme driving race. At the 2007 Bull Run Rally's starting line, another competitor bet that Dennis and Rawlings couldn't top the current Cannonball Run record. Once the third party made a wager, Dennis and Rawlings were quick to accept the challenge. Both men were confident in their driving abilities, so they decided to take the bet and set out to make history. They smashed the previous record by almost 50 minutes in 1979 by completing the Cannonball Run in an astounding 31 hours and 59 minutes on May 14, 2007. Still, I must admit that I struggled with this. So long as Dennis and Rawlings kept their average speed of 87.6 miles per hour, they were able to cover the 20 at 11 miles between New York and Los Angeles. It was no easy feat to drive such a long distance, as any racing enthusiast can attest. From 2010 until 2013, the pair held the record, which was later surpassed in 2013. Their run remains one of the most impressive achievements in modern car history, regardless of whether they won the championship or not. The success they had in the Cannonball Run was a watershed moment that helped boost Dennis's profile in the industry and propelled Rawlings to TV stardom with Fast and Loud. While Dennis's dedication to preserving automotive history, aside from his world record, may not be immediately noticeable, it has left a lasting impression on those who were there. Prized at the Kuwait Concourse Delegates Auction, his 106 Austin Healey, affectionately called Goldie, was a work of art among his many creations. According to reports, Dennis restored the two-seater automobile to its original flawless condition, paying close attention to every detail. The triumph was so monumental that not even Richard Rawlings could resist taking to Facebook to offer his congratulations. Dennis is incredibly committed to making a positive impact on society in addition to his accomplishments in the automotive industry. He uses his position and resources to make a difference because he knows how important it is to put money into the next generation. He clearly loves more than just cars because he is so devoted to helping others. Along with Richard Rawlings and the Gas Monkey Foundation, he gave money to several charitable organizations in 2014, including ones that help kids, the old veterans, and protect wildlife. The foundation has given out more than $300,000 to programs that help better communities. A number of sources, including individual donations and donated vehicles, have contributed to these totals. It is through the foundation that Dennis maintains a substantial impact, whether it is by safeguarding Texas's natural treasures or by helping those in need.